I'm gonna pay someone $1,000 if they can get a kiss from a girl in under 5 minutes. We're in Chicago, it's 40 degrees, and these two guys have to get a kiss in under 5 minutes, and to make the challenge even harder, they have to get 6 of these specific 10 responses from the women that they talk to. She needs to either give her number, ask his name, touch him, compliment him, tell him something personal about her, ask him a personal question, high-five him, agree to take a selfie, laugh, or dance with him for 10 seconds. If they get 6 of those today and get a kiss in under 5 minutes, they will win the $1,000. This is a hard challenge, so I'm giving them all day to get this done. But the rule is they cannot mention that they are going to win the $1,000. As long as they follow that rule, anything goes. Today, I'm gonna pay one of these guys $1,000 to be able to get a kiss from a girl in under 5 minutes. Let's see if they can do it. I am not leaving today until one of you has this money. So whatever we need to do, I'll coach you, I'll help you, I'm rooting for you. I want you to be able to get this done. Who wants to go first?
I'll do it.
Rock, paper,
All right, rock,
scissors?
paper, scissors. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, you got it.
All right, Dan's going first.
Let's go.
Let's see what he can do. I asked girls on the street to do an interview that's entirely fake, only to set up a scenario where we can secretly film the interaction. We pretend there was something wrong with the camera, I walk off screen, and then Dan or Ali comes around the corner and starts talking to the girl.
Excuse me, miss.
Hi.
Hi. I was just walking by. My name's Dan.
Hi.
I'm, what's your name?
I'm Lydia.
Lydia, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I just thought you were really cute. So
Thank you.
I love your,
Nice scarf.
yeah, it's super cute. Let me ask you, what are you most passionate about?
In general, in school right now, grad school for speech language pathology.
Oh, amazing. Congratulations. High five.
You work around here?
Yeah, I'm an actor.
You're
and
an
I,
actor?
yeah, I got a business too.
Oh my god, so cool.
Maybe I could grab your number?
Sure.
Okay. You want to put it in there?
Sure.
Are you like a big like Noam Chomsky fan? Like do you like that kind of like linguistics or anything like that? Do you mind? Like maybe we could take like a selfie? I'll send it to you.
I mean, I'm good. It's
All right, yeah. No worries. Well, I got her phone number. I got a high five. I think she laughed at something I said. I'm pretty sure.
Was it a real laughter or was it a nervous laughter? Because I'm not counting nervous laughter, that's not a
I
point.
think we have to go back to the tape for that. Linguistics or anything like that. She didn't go for the selfie.
yeah. You did go for the selfie. All right, Ali, you're next.
Are you doing something for YouTube or something?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's pretty cool. Nice.
Yeah.
What is it for?
I like a social media thing. I don't
Oh,
know.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Just wanted to help out.
Yeah. Do you live in Chicago or like?
Yeah, I live here now. I'm from Sacramento.
Oh, really?
I'm a flight attendant, so I go back and forth. Yeah.
Oh, so that's what you do actually. Like
Yeah,
you just-
yeah.
Yeah.
What's your job?
Yeah. It's pretty unique. I have a small business. I sell antique and modern carpets.
Oh, cool.
You have really pretty eyes, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Beautiful blue ocean
Thank
right in
you.
front of me.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm about to head to the Christmas market.
That's where I'm going too.
No way.
Yeah, I'm meeting up with a friend, but I can give you my number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
This is actually a hidden camera show, and we set that up for that guy to come over and hit on you. How did he do?
He did really well, actually.
Are you just saying that?
No.
Want the truth?
The full-on truth. I'm blindsided.
I thought I got like 4 or 5 points out of the list. A high five, I got her number, she asked my name, I gave her a hug so she touched me. She told me that she's a flight attendant, she's from Sacramento, and then she asked me about my work.
Now you need the kiss.
Step by step, man.
While these guys are at work trying to win the $1,000, there's something really important for you to know if you want to be successful with women. You don't necessarily need to get a girl to kiss you in 5 minutes in order to have a successful interaction. However, it is important to reach some of these other milestones like touch, getting them laughing, and getting to know each other on a personal level. Why? It's all because of the idea of investment. Let me explain. First, you have attraction, but attraction eventually leads to investment. First, what are the benefits of having a girl invested in you? One, you're gonna have her chasing you and you're gonna be escaping the friend zone. So what happens in the investment phase is first, she's going to be chasing you. She's gonna want to see you again. She's gonna wanna spend time with you. When a woman is just attracted and there's no investment there, there's no real reason or super pull for her to be with you. So when she's invested, she'll actually start chasing you versus you trying to continuously chase her. Also, one of the best parts about having a woman chase you is you're gonna have less flaking. So if you're out there, you're meeting women, whether it's online or like today in person, you wanna make sure that they actually wanna show up on the date with you. So how are you gonna do that? You get them invested so they chase you, so they want to show up on the date with you. So less flaking altogether. And then naturally through this course of events, you're gonna be escaping the friend zone because no woman is gonna be invested in a man physically, romantically, if there is a friend zone situation. We wanna push away any sort of woman that you are chasing, you're trying to get her out, you're trying to hang out with her all the time, or you're in this weird phase, like a purgatory phase where it's somewhere in between, I think we're friends, I think we're not, I don't know what's going on. We want to avoid that at all costs. So what does it mean, investment, right? We know we can invest in things. We invest in the stock market, we invest in ourselves. What happens when we invest? We want ROI, return on investment. So that's why we want to get her invested in us, because once she becomes invested, once she's put that time in, once she's over the hump of I really like this guy, she's gonna want a return on that. That means that she's gonna stick around. That's why she's gonna be chasing you. She's gonna be less flaky. She's so-called push over the edge and wanting to spend that time with you. Later in the video, I'm gonna show how to get a girl invested in you. But first, I sat down with Dr. Norman Lee, who has done over 30 studies on mate preference, to chat about attraction and investment. First, I asked, what makes a woman attracted to a man?
First, there's attraction to physical features. A lot of times it's other things, psychological characteristics. I mean, part of it could be money and status, the way he's dressed and things like that. But part of it could be his personality, the way he comes across, whether he's confident or not, whether he's funny, makes her laugh. He's got ideas, he's got some kind of value that he's showing her.
I asked how he was able to find out which qualities were most important to men and women, since most people tend to have a very long list.
There's a budget allocation design that I made up, that I created several years ago. You get like a limited budget of mate dollars, right, to spend across characteristics, and then you have to design your ideal mate with like a limited budget, and then the budget kind of grows. That way you just can't, say everything's important, like I want a 10 on everything, right? Who doesn't want that? But when push comes to shove, what do you really need up front first? And that's when we find, men tend to prioritize physical attractiveness more, and women tend to prioritize like social status more.
Halfway through the day, everyone's getting their points, but no one has come even close to being able to get a kiss. Let's see what happens. Yeah, on the lips.
I'm too old.
Unfortunately, that does not count.
Oh, come on.
No, you cannot know that you're going to win the $1,000.
Yeah.
But so far, we got a kiss from a nice lady. Now let's get something for real. We don't have to tell them that you're going to win $1,000.
On these next approaches, Dan and Ali and I had earbuds in our ears so I could feed them lines in real time.
I love your dog.
Thank you.
That's amazing. I actually was just walking by and I thought you were kind of cute. What's your name?
Doris.
Doris. I'm Dan. Yeah, pleasure. What do you like to do for fun on the weekend?
I like to go to yoga class a lot. And also
What's the hardest yoga move you've ever had to do?
What's your hardest position that you can do?
I guess like the 90-minute hot yoga class is always like fun.
Seem very cool, yeah.
You can take my number.
Sure.
Okay, so this... Actually, he can stay because this has been a hidden camera show. What do you think? You want to ask her on a date?
I would totally take Doris on a date. She's adorable.
The fact that he had something to talk about that I was interested in, which is yoga, made it kind of like a relatable point.
Yeah, pleasure. Give me a hug. You got so much going on. Yeah. This is a family photo right here.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
2 of the 3 girls I've talked to so far today, I would actually go out with or like hang out with. I've learned to be more specific and share parts of myself a little bit. Like I've done a bunch of yoga. Last girl, like she's done a lot of that and she's really into it. So it's like, yeah, let's go do some yoga.
Throughout the day, I was asking Dan and Ali what they're learning so they can get better at meeting women in person. As you can see, they're a little bit new to this. The scores are now at 8 and 9, and Ali is up next.
What's going on here?
Okay, while he's talking to this cute girl, I want to tell you how you can get a calendar full of dates and learn exactly how to be able to flirt with women and talk to them in the right way.
Are you from here?
No, Indianapolis.
Oh, really? Okay.
The best way to get the fastest results is to have a coach by your side who's telling you exactly what to do and working with you step by step.
What brings you here then?
I'm just here for the weekend. I'm a
Okay.
traveler, so.
Your coach will completely revamp your dating profile, teach you how to approach women, hold you accountable to do so, and teach you my TED formula that gets women hooked on you. So do you just absolutely hate it there or what?
Well, you know what the fun thing is that people from Indianapolis come here for fun. That's what they do.
Go to freedatingcall.com right now and you'll get a free call for 60 minutes where we can diagnose what's going on and give you a step-by-step game plan. This call is 100% free. All you gotta do is go to freedatingcall.com. What do you do for fun on the weekends when we're not
What's going on
working?
with these guys? Are they,
I don't think he can hear me. I got so many great lines. He's not using them.
I was actually going to check out the Christmas market down the street.
I've been on mute the whole time. That's why he can't hear me.
What do you do for fun when you're not working?
I just work out and cook.
Oh, yeah?
This was a hidden camera show.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it is. So how did he do?
That was all a setup.
What made you interested in him? Like,
I guess maybe him just like being familiar and like he seemed very comfortable and like safe around like with the area and everything. So it was just like.
Let me ask you this. Yeah. Can I get a kiss goodbye?
Ali decided to finally go for it. It wasn't the smoothest, but clearly he's out to win.
No. Get the camera off. No.
We've been at it for a cold 5 hours, and remember, these guys are newbies, so I'd imagine it was going to take a bit of time for them to get a kiss from a stranger. After a short break here, we added up all the points to see where they're at.
5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
You got an 8 out of the 10.
Yeah.
You got an 8 out of the 10.
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
8 or 9.
So they've both far exceeded the amount that they should have gotten. And then, of course, in order to get the full $1,000, they still have to get the kiss. It's probably going to be another few more hours. That's all I've left in me. Let's see what happens. Dan started to get creative and not waste any time. He decided to throw a Hail Mary and use a mistletoe strategy. I wasn't a huge fan, but I was very curious to see how this was going to pan out.
What's your name?
I'm Grace.
Grace. That's a beautiful name.
Thank you. Sorry, we're going to meet some of our friends at it.
Grace, are you single?
I'm not.
Oh, man. Oh, perfect. Excuse me. 2 seconds. Okay. All right. I think you're really cute. Oh, what's your name?
I'm at a work event right now, so I can't really do this.
All right. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so Dan has now failed probably about 12 times in a row. Ali has pretty much given up. We're just walking together, trying to see if we can make it happen. And this is not happening. I don't know.
Gonna make it happen, all right?
While Dan is struggling to get any attention from women, let's go back to the idea of investment. Which brings us to the formula. How do you do this? How do you actually get her invested in you? Well, the formula is this. Attraction plus comfort equals compliance. That means that once you have her somewhat attracted, interested in you, and you have her comfortable with you, right? So you guys have been spending a little bit of time together, you've been talking, getting to know each other. Then what's gonna happen is you're gonna be able to get compliance, meaning she's gonna be able to comply to your requests, which I'll get into in a second. And once she's complying to more of your requests, that's when investment starts to build. The more compliance, the more investment. For example, examples are she gives you her name when you ask her, she's complying to that. Maybe you guys move locations, maybe you're at a bar, maybe you're meeting her during the day and you guys move somewhere else, so you ask her to move with you. If you move closer to her and she doesn't back up, if you go to kiss her and she kisses you back, if you ask for her phone number and you get her phone number, if you ask her on a date, she says yes to a date. These are all little baby steps of getting her to comply, therefore she will become more invested. Another big factor of investment is time. Now you're not gonna get per se much time with her if you do an approach like we're doing today, but when there's more time, she'll become more invested and want that ROI. If you guys do spend a whole day together, let's say you approach a girl and then you go for an instant date, you guys are spending the whole day together. Maybe you guys go on 2-3 dates in the span of a couple weeks. This is even more time that she's spending with you. Of course, during this time, you guys might be sleeping together, but either way, more time, more investment. It's kind of like she gets to this point of no return. Yes, she can always dump you or break up with you, but the more time, the more she's gonna feel pulled to be with you. So basically, in the investment stage, she's feeling more bonded to you. She's feeling more bonded emotionally and physically. And there's other things that you could be doing to really create this investment. For example, if you're bonding emotionally, You're gonna have more personal questions, asking her personal questions, and even getting to the point where she's asking you personal questions. You guys could be laughing, joking together, you're creating more of these fun emotions, and there's also playful fun. You could be teasing her or doing some sort of form of push-pull where you're showing her you're interested but also disinterest at the same time, which is what teasing is. And then you have the physical bonding, right? Light touching, medium touching, heavy touching, and then eventually sex. So light touching could be anything from a light touch on the shoulder or high five. Medium touching could be something like a hug. Heavy touching could be a kiss. So the more that you're emotionally and physically bonding to the person, the more invested she is. We were freezing and have been out for 12 long hours, and Dan tried a new approach that just about fit in the rules.
Excuse me, ladies.
$8.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I just saw you walking by, and I'm actually on a scavenger hunt trying to find someone to kiss under the mistletoe. And
I don't see a mistletoe.
wait!
Where's the mistletoe? Okay, hold on. I'll hold it. I'll hold it up. Okay, hold on. Wait,
Just
wait,
a quick.
Alright, go ahead. Okay.
What's your name?
Olivia.
Olivia, I'm Dan. I really like your jacket.
Thank you.
Olivia is my girl, all right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
my
yeah.
cousin, all right?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's the mistletoe.
Legitimately, like, what are you passionate about?
I don't know. That's a loaded question.
Yeah. What do you do for work? Maybe that's easier.
I'm a nurse.
Okay. So you like helping people?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I genuinely think you're like very cool. Yeah, amazing. You want a hug?
Yeah.
It only took you 8 hours, bro. 8 hours.
So what did you learn? It doesn't matter if they look busy, if they're on their phone, like it doesn't matter. You went over, what happened?
I got a kiss. I kissed her.
You won!
Yeah.
You won!
I won
Look at this
$1,000.
guy. We had to give the winning sum of $1,000 to this man who finally got a kiss in under 5 minutes, under 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Under 2 minutes?
Yeah, it was like two
Under
and a half maybe.
Two and a half maybe. Here you go, $1,000. Well deserved, well earned. What are you gonna do with
Boom. I'm gonna pay the lady that works for me.
that? So what's the real lesson here? Is it that you need to run around playing little funny games to get kisses from women? No, definitely not. The real lesson is how far do you need to push it to get yourself out of your comfort zone? How can you do the hard thing that most guys aren't doing to get the real results you're looking for? These guys struggled all day to get the courage to flirt with women they didn't know and push themselves to limits they didn't think were possible. It's important that you get to a point where you build that confidence within that you can take with you into other areas of your life. Thanks for watching and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more.